Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. The timing on that intro still wasn't perfect, but
it was all right.
It was sufficient, wasn't it? Oh, we are here to talk about probably the most interesting weekend of the year so far. And I do say so far. The Downlaod pilot. Obviously, we had a riot. There was a lot of ups, there was some downs as well. There was a lot of middles. It was a whole spectrum, as you can tell from me speaking.
Oh, dear me.
It's part of the rich human tapestry.
What have you done there?
It's like covered in grease on the bottom of it.
Oh.
Obviously.
Give me that face mask.
Oh my God.
Razzy's covered his fingers in grease in first 10 seconds.
It just seemed really like wobbly in that. Like, look at it.
Usually that's up to me and Bridie to get grease all
I
over
know.
ourselves in it, but
So address the elephant in the room straight away. Hey up, Cleesby.
Actually, yeah.
Because at cock. No, yeah, I'm ill. All right, I am ill. You might hear me cough a couple of times. I've got strepsil in my mouth. My voice has gone.
yeah.
But don't worry, I don't have COVID-19.
Good time to record a podcast then.
I've done no speaking at all today, warming up my voice.
I can't wait to get ill from you, but that'd be okay.
It's fine. Not every illness is COVID-19, and I've been tested numerous times, numerous ways, and I'm all good. So, boys, what's up? How are we doing?
All right. Quick story for you. Just carrying your guitar.
Oh, cheers.
Into the flat. Guy just knocks me and says, "Is that a flying V?" So no, actually, it's a flying Y.
You said that.
Yeah.
No, you did not. Did he get it?
No, straight over his head.
That's a terrible
And use your head as well. It's clearly a flying V by the shape of the case.
No, it could be a Y as well.
That's not even a thing, though.
The neck is... you get where it's coming.
Oh, I get, because it's like, if you look at it upside down with the neck, it's a Y, yeah.
Brilliant.
It didn't land very well. He goes, Gibson. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just a Jackson. It's not mine.
I'm just the monkey carrying it.
Just the roadie. Cleesby, you all right?
Yeah, all good. Did a test today, negative.
Yeah.
So,
I did one today as well, so it was negative.
I've done one every day since.
Wasn't as bad as the first test I did. The one before Downlaod was the first COVID test I've done since, ever.
Yeah.
And it's just horrible, man. Like scraping the sides of your throat and
it's the tonsils.
up your nose.
They are.
It's the tonsils. Like just touching them. That's the worst thing for me.
It's weird though because I did one today.
Yeah.
I went for one today, and I did one today myself. And the one I did by myself, like I was on my own. There was no drama. There was no like, oh, we're gonna do one. I just did it.
Yeah.
I just got up and did it. I didn't even fucking blink. But like when we're together and it's all right, we got to do one. Like unconsciously, it just becomes 10 times harder because you're making a bit of a meal out of
so
it.
a note to Dan: if you're wanting to,
don't do it around people.
In the morning is the best time for Rob, apparently.
So what do we think of the weekend? Who's recovered? As you can tell, I haven't.
I have, apart from my throat.
I'm pretty much fine. Yeah, like I've got like a tiny bit of a runny nose, not runny, a tiny bit of a blocked nose. But
it's weird.
It comes and goes.
I haven't had like a runny nose in ages.
It's horrible, man. It's fucking horrible.
But after this weekend, a little bit of a stuffy nose, but that's about it.
And I guess it's easy to forget that like. We've taken every opportunity that we can to see people. We went to Sefton Park. We've been out every opportunity that we can. But we haven't been around people in that capacity. And, where's some of the people at that festival who probably did come into contact with more people than most.
Yeah.
Given what we do.
Yeah.
So it's likely that we would have just caught a cold or something.
Well, yeah, especially because they're all dirty moshes as well.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Full of dirty moshes.
Thanks for water.
No worries, mate.
Full of dirty moshes, and you're not getting like any nutrients all weekend.
Yeah.
That's true, man.
Like, you're telling me those noodles don't provide you any nutrients?
They don't have any vitamin C in them.
What an incredibly unhealthy weekend that was. When I got back and we went, me and Val stayed over because we got back together, obviously.
Yeah.
He wasn't trekking. He wasn't shut up. He wasn't trekking down to Ripon. So he stayed here for a bit, and we went around Leeds looking for a juice, like the healthiest juice we could. I wanted to find a juice where I've seen it as a fruit, and then I have it as a juice.
Blend it.
And you just can't find it in Leeds for love of the money.
No, there's one in White Rose, isn't there?
Yeah, there's two in White Rose. There's two.
I've never seen one in town.
But we ended up going to Wagamama's where they do fresh juice, and I even ate some salad, mate.
Wow.
Raz saw me. I ate some, didn't I? I ate some salad.
Like gagging on it, worse than COVID.
I left my lettuce in my mayo chicken.
Nice. Nice. So we're all getting us nutrients.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it must have been the first time in since Leeds Fest that I've drank for 3 days or more consecutively.
And it's the volume and
Like
the mix as well.
heavy drink,
Yeah.
not like
It's the spirits at the end of the night.
Through lockdown, I think everyone just drank every single day. But you want like drinking to get pissed. You were just drinking to
Just keep yourself
keep the loneliness at bay. But yeah, it's the first time that I've heavily drunk in
10 years?
18 months,
in your fucking life.
and you can really feel the effects afterwards.
You really can. I went for a pint. It was Ben from Leeds' 30th birthday 2 days ago, which is the worst timing ever. But I went for a pint with him, and I had one pint, and I just couldn't fucking bear it. Like, fridge is full of dark fruits and Budweiser at the minute, like leftovers from the festival, and I haven't even
Just
thought
can't
about
shift
touching
them.
one. I can't shift them, mate, for love nor money.
I went for 2 pineapple juices.
Wow.
Good
Because
shout.
I was driving anyway, so it's like,
Right, okay.
there's no point in just having one.
No.
One beer that I don't really want. I might as well just have 2
Yeah.
gorgeous fucking drinks instead.
Yeah.
Pineapple
Pineapple
juice is
juices.
gorgeous, man. We've got a pineapple tree in the living room now.
Nice.
Wow, I can't wait to juice it.
I know, mate. Might get about one shot out of that little pineapple.
Like on like the Simpsons.
Yeah, with the bag.
oranges.
You got all that from one bag of oranges. So went to Downlaod pilot, didn't we? It was a week tomorrow that we actually went. A week tomorrow?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's start at the beginning. We picked up the van, Raz. Oh, you
Yep.
picked up the van. You brought
Yeah.
it straight here. We did a
Yep.
bit of admin, sticking it up. Went in it at Five Guys. Got it
Yeah.
looking all nice and pretty. Set off nice and early in the morning, didn't we? We made perfect timing.
We really did.
Even though it seemed like we were delayed, we still got there when we said we were going to get there.
That's why I told you to get up even earlier, because I wanted the Starbucks, I wanted the Mackey's breakfast, and I knew there'd be a load of pissing about.
You told me to get up even earlier, but because of Rachel pissing about putting her makeup on,
Yeah,
we still didn't leave
Just
until
generally-
after I
just
said I was
people
going to get there
generally
anyway.
pissing about
Yeah.
is
People pissing about is one of my
biggest pet
big
peeves.
detractors from this weekend, but we'll get to that. But there was a lot of faffing about.
But there is always that in it because people like you.
Does anyone want to come to guest? Yeah, I'll come. Let me just go for a piss. Okay, Raz, no worries. Have a piss. Raz goes, has a piss. Takes 2 minutes. That's fine. Right, ready to go, Raz? Yeah. Oh, what are you two doing? That can be you, please be. You're going to guest, do you want to come? Yeah, give us 1 second. I'm just going to blow up my thing. Right, no worries, Cleese. Cool. Cleese has done that. Right, we're setting off. Oh, what you doing? Hiya, it's me, Jake. Takes 100 years to
With
move
Chris as
fucking...
well there. Was that Chris?
but just take a bit.
it's me. Let me just
Takes
suck this dick.
100 years to fucking move 9 people
Yeah,
across site.
I mean, you don't know. Yeah, like you say, you don't notice it when it's just one person faffing, but then when it's 6 people collectively faffing,
it's the chain
one
reaction.
after the other.
It's the chain faff that is the worst.
Have you
Shit,
seen that video? There's a video on YouTube where it's about like how Teslas are good. In a sense of if every car was a Tesla,
Yeah.
and they were all at like a red light, and the light turned green, each car would set off at the same time.
Right.
So they would be kind of like,
They would
kinda
always
like
be
move like that.
equidistant from each other.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas how it works right now with normal cars is the light goes green, the first car goes. Only when the first car's moved, the second car starts moving,
Yeah.
and it adds on a load of like fucking wait time, and that's what it reminded me of.
That is annoying because like even when I'm like 4 cars back, I'll start going at green because I just assume everyone's going to go, and then you have to put your brake on. It's like move, you dickhead.
Because
you're
people
doing
aren't
the Lord's work.
watching the light; they're just watching the car in front.
Yeah, and then sometimes they're on the phone at lights as well, and
Disgusting.
Are they?
not me, but
And never catch me do that. 'cause I
Only
don't
in a van,
have
innit?
ear license.
Oh god, that sun's piercing.
It's lovely that shot though, isn't it? We look
Yeah.
great. So we got there at 10 a.m., which was the time that we were allowed
should
in.
we go through what happened before that?
Yeah,
though?
tell them about the cider.
So we'd just gone to McDonald's. Everyone's happy. We've got food.
Yeah.
We've got
Full.
food in bellies.
Partially full tummy.
Food in bellies. Coffee in tummy after Starbucks as well. And like we're setting off, and the van just would not shut all its doors correctly.
No, it shut all its
first
doors,
time.
but the sensor was reading that a door was still
Yeah,
open.
so-
And it was quite right, because you do have to slam a van door. It's a van.
So everyone's opening doors, and then the door on right hand side gets opened, but on a roundabout. So then the door flies backwards rather than like opening.
Was it on the roundabout?
Yeah. So because of the curving, the door flies open,
Due to the curvature of the earth.
and then because stuff's flying out, it's like try to grab and save it, and then in the kerfuffle, the full crate of ciders fall out onto the roundabout without anyone noticing. We get like 5 minutes away. I finish the cider I've got in hand. I'm like, right, hand me another cider. Where's box? It's not here. Like, right, well, it's got to be somewhere. There's no way it could have fallen out without anyone noticing. So I'm like on my knees, using my leg to try and like sweep under seats. And yeah, we pull up and basically, yeah, they've gone.
R.I.P.
Yeah, they've gone. Someone must have picked it. You wouldn't leave cider on the road, would you?
Well, it could have caused a fucking accident. Not that it's our fault, really, but it's a dangerous place for
it's
some
just-
ciders
it's
to
just-
be
It's
drugged, isn't it?
Vauxhall's fault, if anything.
Yeah, it's just sort of an unhappy accident, and then
Sure is.
And
Unhappy for whoever's coming around that roundabout
and
next.
unhappy for me because you have to start off on the delicious ciders, so they were the nice ones.
They were nice.
So then after that, it's on the dark fruits, and
On that point, I think I took the perfect amount of booze with me.
I finished everything. Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think I did as well, to be honest.
And I facilitated some people such as yourself.
Yeah, you did.
So literally
yeah.
the perfect amount.
you had quite a lot of dark fruits, Rob, and mine.
I did, you know.
So-
All my dark fruits are back here in the fridge because that was a crate. I'm assuming
I'll
that's.
take some home.
I'm
with me.
assuming. Please do. I'm assuming that's mine because that one got popped. So there was one can of it that exploded, so it just stayed in the van because fuck that.
Yeah, couldn't be asked carrying it.
I washed all the cans there
Nice.
this morning.
Nice.
So we get there. We've uploaded our selfies as you've seen in the vid, and it was nice and easy getting through. But then it was like the first thing that pissed me off was like I deliberately took like next to no
Yeah.
to make my life easy and me not get stressed. And then so it was super easy. I had my tent set up in no time at all. Both my bags at site.
Yeah.
All well and good.
Mm-hmm.
I compromised on some of the stuff I took to make it easy for me.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I didn't take a sleeping bag. I didn't
So
take like a nice big pillow. I didn't take a nice thick quilt just to make it easy for me. It's a
like-
trade-off for me.
It's like if you've got two bags that you've brought with you, and you go, I'm going to make this even easier. I'm going to do 2 trips, and I'm going to make it 1 bag each.
Yeah.
But then somebody sees you. Oh, you've got and
With
empty.
one bag, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can you help? And then you look like the bad person for not
you
helping.
Really do. You do.
Yeah, there's no way you can say. There's no possible way you can say to someone, "No, I will not help you with your bags because that's not my issue."
But it's like it's so annoying because as soon as you do help Jake, who's brought a fucking ridiculous amount,
Yeah.
that tent's stupid.
Yeah.
As soon as you help him, you invalidate your own compromises.
Yeah.
So then it's like, well, I may as well have.
You might as well have just brought.
I
your
may as well
pillow.
have brought my own stuff.
Yeah.
And it really it wasn't Jake. Actually, I didn't really carry anything to Jake's. It might have been Chris or something.
Let's blame it on Chris.
Yeah, let's blame it on Chris.
Yeah.
But it was that was annoying because it's like, well, I've calculated this to be as like perfect for me. Why just do it? Just everyone else do that.
I sent a picture to the chat. I've got 2 bags. So three bags and a tent.
I had
So-
two bags in a tent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd have even had. I don't think I'd have had more if it was a 5-dayer. No, because I didn't wear half my t-shirts.
Yeah, you take that amount of t-shirts, wouldn't you? But you don't wear them.
And the Versace boxers stayed on for 2 days.
Oh no. Well, they are good boxes.
You gotta get your money's worth. haven't you?
Yeah, there's no you can't say to someone, "No, I will not carry anything for you."
Well, it's
Especially
funny
when it's your mates.
Well, it's
as
funny
well.
you say that because when you get back to the usual rule of like you snooze you lose when you're back in the camp comes into force. So it's funny how it's a different attitude. Like if somebody's sat in your chair, it's like
Yeah, you'll happily nick someone's chair.
yeah, it's like it sucks to be you.
I think I did it the best way, where I just took everything in one trip, and then I had no reason to go back again. So then I didn't have to take anyone else's stuff.
Oh, I couldn't be asked doing 1 trip.
It wore heavy, and it knackered me. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it done though, didn't you?
then I was done. Then I could just set up the tent and sit down.
Did you go back to the van at all? Then?
Yeah, I went back I did go back, but I didn't help with anything. I just carried like one thing, I think.
So it was raining, wasn't it? On the worst of the rain was probably during setup and
Yeah,
on that,
that was
first few
my-
hours.
Just the whole first day was.
That was my least favourite thing. of
Yeah.
the
You know
festival.
what? I couldn't care less, which is weird because normally I'm like, you'd hear a lot of moaning about that.
It
from
wasn't
me.
bad rain, but it was
I
like
didn't have a hood. I didn't have anything really, but it was. I didn't mind at all. I think I was so excited that it just kind of overrode any kind of concern about the weather.
The excitement definitely helped, but like. You just thinking like, God, this would be easier if it were dry.
Just thinking it's the first festival back. Could the Lord not blesseth us with 1 hour of just like nice weather,
Especially
just
when
to
we've
set
had
up
this shit for
Yeah.
like 2 weeks either side.
What's annoying is like, so it got moved. Download got moved to a different weekend, and usually Download's fucking silent down. That weekend that it was supposed to be on, boiling.
Yeah.
Got moved to that weekend. Week before it was boiling.
It's literally the weekend before summer solstice, isn't it? So it's literally the middle of summer. It should be blazing hot.
Yeah.
Now rain.
Nah, it's rain. But it was all right. Like it didn't
could have
dampen
been
the
much
weekend
worse.
at all for me, to be honest.
No, I mean it were annoying being damp, and then the next day were warm, so it dried everything out, and then that immediately just turned it back round again.
Yeah, it wasn't too much mud.
Yeah.
We camped at the top of a hill, so I thought it was pretty calculated, pretty good.
Yeah, there were luckily because there were so few people, there were no mud at all, and the site was pretty quick with like the hay and what have you.
I'll tell you what was annoying. On my second trip to the van to help someone else with something, inevitably, walking to the van, and we parked in that. We moved the van, didn't we, into like that staff bit or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And like, there's like a group of lads like walking towards me, and I'm fucked, and like, I'm not moving for these lads. They kind of like move around me, and only then do I realise it's neck deep. So I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, and I was like, should I go? Because I've started really liking neck deep. I know you don't like them, Cleesby. I know you like them, Raz, but at least it was like half a neck deep.
No, it was them all. It was them all.
I was like,
there were like 6 people there, weren't there?
I was like, should I go? And I was like, well, we're both in this area. It's not the kind of area to do it. You know, I don't want.
Way.
I'm like, I'm in here because I'm same as you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously
as soon as you're the
not.
person
But
to
like,
say,
I didn't want to create. My ego wouldn't have allowed me. But
They're all walking with AAA passes, and we've got like little press.
they were eyeing up the Supreme Northie, though. I know they like some of that shit. But I wish I'd have said, like, I wish I wouldn't have been too proud to be like, oh, I'm really looking forward to your set, boys. But I'd have said, like, I hope you play this song and that song, and they actually didn't. So it probably would have been an awkward conversation. But that was cool. That was pretty neat. That was the first kind of thing where I was like, oh, this is sick being here.
First brush with celebrity.
Aye. Aside from walking past my bathroom mirror that morning.
With Versace's on.
So, what do we do then? So I remember. Let's talk about the video. Have you watched it, Cleesby?
What?
Yeah, time.
Our video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you watched it yet, Raz? I know you like to leave it a couple of days.
Nope.
Cool. I'm glad you didn't try and bullshit because you're logged in on TV on YouTube and you can see that it's not being watched. So I'm glad that you're honest.
I've scrubbed through it a bit, but that's about it. I've read all the comments. Cause I don't know.
Obviously.
I'll
tell you what was a fucking
I
ball,
care about
yeah.
the comments, but I'm not about to watch it. I was as soon as it went up, because you got it up in record time.
Yeah, man.
But
we're going to talk about that.
And I was going to watch it then, but I was like, I've literally just laid down in my bed from being at this festival.
Yeah.
Like, I just want a bit of quiet now. Not Rob going, "Ooh, give me some attention." He does say that. A lot.
I think that's my catchphrase.
I think I like watching it because to see the bits that you weren't involved in.
Yeah, that's true.
I know.
What do you mean?
So like, I know this probably doesn't apply to you, Rob, because you sort of film most of it, if not all of it. But like, there's bits where like groups splinter off.
Yeah.
And I don't
see what you mean.
I don't get to be privy to that bit. So seeing it on the
And if
vlog is
I'm-
like, oh, that's funny.
It's the best of both worlds, because if I just leave you, it's like, well, I'll just watch it later.
So we the vid is done well. I think it's done better than any video we've ever put out. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a bit disappointed as well. I think a lot of this weekend, including the video, I had an unrealistic expectation. We're currently sat on 30,000.
I think
which in 3 days, like for us, is literally a record. 31.9k, beating out Sefton Park by about 3k.
I think the fact that it was such a massive event, you expect people to be searching it, and because it's such a historic thing in terms of COVID. You expect people to be Googling it and trying to find out all about it.
How have all 100,000 people that usually attend Downlaod not just searched it and watched it?
Yeah.
And
I can't believe I missed out on this.
Our Sefton Park video did really well. So I was like, well, we're not in any way like synonymous with Blossoms or Liverpool.
Are you joking, mate?
So if that did so well, and we're kind of known for Downlaod at this point, equally as we are for Leeds almost.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to blow up. But it didn't. But it has done better than any other video we've ever done. So I guess that's good. But I'm very critical because the amount of work was fucking mad. Everything that could have been done before the festival was done. So anything like the intros, the graphics and stuff, it was all done. I made it as easy as possible. But let me tell you, that last night was fucking painful.
I mean, we were first at Van, me and Em, and we saw you just looked like a broken man, just sat in that van like.
I'd love to see that.
So each day, I headed back to the van for an hour or so to edit that day's worth of stuff. But then on the last day, there was the most stuff, because that ranged from probably when I left the van on the Saturday, which was maybe, 1 p.m, till like all the way through to like 2 a.m. Monday morning, essentially, post Silent Disco. So Val's actually gave me his phone, because he'd been doing loads of filming. He gave me his phone. I get in the van, I'm hammered. I'm like, I put my tent down and stuff just to make it so streamlined and easy. Like, all I have to do is edit and fall asleep in this van and upload in the morning. Good to go.
And we've had good experiences with sleeping with vans.
We sure have. And I get in the van, and
bad news, that night, -1.
My band's playing on radio over and over again.
I'm not a driver, so I don't know like the intricacies of vehicles and electronics and stuff. And I don't this isn't even intricacies. I guess it's basic for you two. But I'm in the van and I'm like, right. Raz shouted at me before I left saying, "Don't leave the van running all night." I was like, "Yeah, I won't." I was like, "What's an appropriate amount of time to leave it running?" Well, I'll leave it running as long as I'm like awake.
Did I shout? I didn't.
Yeah, you had a bit of you weren't shying, but you had a bit of a moan about it. But we were all drunk, so it's fine. I was like, well, Raz don't want it on. There's obviously something I hadn't thought about. So I turned the van on. It's chugging away. It's like idling as I'm sat, and it's charging the Mac as I'm editing. Well, it's not charging it. It's maintaining it on 9% because it's using the power as quick as it pulls it from the van.
That's a bad one as well, because when it gets to the lower percentages, like it starts to
it wasn't doing too well.
Slowly.
So I'm like, cool, right. First thing I'll do, I'll import everything, and then I will sleep for like 4 hours. Wake up, edit. So we got 3 lightning cables there.
Yeah.
Lightning cable number 1, don't work.
Brilliant.
I'm like, no bother. We've got 2 more lightning cables.
What are the chances?
Another one. The 2 of them are official Apple. One of them's Anchor braided. The one yours out of the dash. Yeah. Try the other Apple one. Intermittent. Not working.
Brilliant.
Can't believe it. Try both mine and Jake's phone. Flipping it round. Not working.
New from Apple.
I'm like, shit. Grab the Anchor one. Not working.
Oh, God.
Literally not working for data.
Really?
I don't know if it was the charger fucking stuff up again, but none of the cables, would work. So then I'm like, I've got to airdrop them. So I go to airdrop from Jake's phone, and he did some amazing work filming. He really filled in the gap that Danny White left. But he filmed almost everything accidentally in slow-mo. Which means, for those of you who don't know, that means everything's like 240 frames a second. And when you go to airdrop it, for some reason, it needs to convert. And I spent 2 hours importing footage and then took the headrest off one of the seats, used that as a pillow, fell asleep. Edited it, rendered on the morning and whatever. But
has Danny White ever done that?
What do you mean?
Accidentally recorded everything in slow motion.
I hate to admit it, mate, but Danny White knows what he's doing.
Tell you what, mate.
That's a nice ego boost.
I bet people at home with gaming monitors and that are like, fuck me, this is great. 120 Hz display finally coming in useful.
Couldn't believe it. But that was a rough night.
Oh, that's so funny because it's already like that conversion process is already slow enough, and trying to edit 60 frames per second on that is bad enough as it is.
This was 240 frames a second. But
and you're getting more and more tired, and you're still paced.
Absolutely. But
and you're
probably
thinking, what's the best way that I can do this while pissed, while tired?
Yeah. While worrying about the van, I'll turn the van off for a bit now because Raz did express don't leave it on, so no worries.
I meant like
turn it off.
When I said like don't leave it on, I meant like don't. I said this is what I said.
No, because you're going to come up with now.
Don't leave the charger.
No,
like,
you didn't. You didn't. It was don't leave it running because I said I'm just going to leave it running, and you said don't leave it running.
You can leave it idling.
Yeah,
it's a diesel.
You don't need to.
What do you mean? It's a diesel. If it was a petrol, you could leave it idling.
You don't even need to turn it on either. You could just put lecky on.
I won't leave my car idling.
No, it needs to be on to keep charging the battery. If you just put the ignition on, it'll drain the. Do I know more about that? It seems I know more about this than both of you two.
No, but I thought that's what the issue was.
So if I had the laptop plugged in,
right,
and the key not in, know what would happen.
Yeah.
If I have the ignition on,
right,
it'd drain the battery.
Yeah.
If I have the van actually on,
I'm with you.
Everything's fine.
I'm with
but
you
then
now,
I was convincing myself I'm getting carbon monoxide poisoning. Anyway,
I thought
the thing is, I'm not doing it again. I'm gonna do editing throughout the day again, but I'm never doing that again because I've proved it to myself. I can do it. I got it up in record time. We did a good job. Everyone did a good job at filming some bits, but it hasn't quite had the massive splash, 50,000 extra subscribers that I hoped. My hopes were just unrealistically high, I guess, and I'm really pleased with what we've achieved with it. Literally the best we've ever done. But it's not enough.
Do you know what's so annoying?
What?
Like any YouTuber you watch, like any like popular YouTuber with like 100,000 million subscribers, the way they get to that point is either plug away for ages consistently or have a viral video which catapults them. Mm-hmm. We've been plugging away for ages consistently, still nowhere. And we've had, not viral obviously, but things have, like the Leeds Fest one.
We are the number one in that space.
Yeah, and it's still not happening.
I know. Well, I'm 30 next year, so maybe we'll retire then. But it's all good, obviously. It's a bit of a joke, but as in we are having a joke right now about it. Not
joke.
But dear me. But yeah, that was a grind.
Yeah, joke. I love working a full-time job. It's just the best.
The best thing for me is I set the goal for the B-sides at, we'll release the B-sides at 50k.
Yeah. And
because we're nowhere near, I haven't even had to think about fucking touching that, which is good because God, merch drop to sort, aren't we? Merch drop coming soon.
I look forward to the the production line opening up once again.
No, it's not one of them ones. We're using a company because never again. I'm never folding a fucking t-shirt again. And I'd like people's shit to arrive this time. Fuck me.
I blame other people for the failure of that project.
Same. I agree. I agree. I worked incredibly hard, and every point of failure, I can quite clearly point to someone else.
The issue is like when things don't arrive when we did it, it's on us to resolve. When a company does it, it's for them to sort out.
That's my problem.
Don't message me, mate.
I was walking around Leeds with Jake looking for the juice the day after.
He's not going to be around here, mate.
And and
he's stabbing people.
And I still had I had to double check check myself because I was still walking around confidently, which is not what I do normally. I was
that rock star mentality.
I didn't have my self-consciousness hat on, so I had to quickly check myself and realize you're not in your domain now, mate. You're walking around Leeds.
Yeah.
And then I had to start overthinking: am I walking too bouncy? I just and I very quickly became my regular uncomfortable self again, which was funny. What else should we talk about with Downlaod? What about the bands? Who did we see? Who did we like? Who did we think was shit? Who surprised us?
I mean, for me, it wasn't a festival where I was going to see many bands. So I saw Enter Shikari and Bullet.
Enter Shikari were excellent.
Yeah. I think me and Jake saw them 2 years ago at Download, and they were good then. But this year they just pulled out all the stops. And
They were very good.
They were very good.
They kept the talking to a minimum as well.
Yeah, I mean,
big fan.
Yeah, I mean, when we did the bingo thing, I half expected to fill that out, and he didn't mention anything. There was there were like subtle hints at stuff.
Yeah, none of us even got a line.
No, but no mention.
So the joke's on us.
Yeah, no mention of anything like that. He just played music.
Good.
Which is what you want in it from a band.
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't seen one in 2 years.
Doing some crowd surfing was great.
Yeah.
I went from never crowd surfing to I think I did it 3 times that weekend.
That was my favourite bit of the vlog, man.
Oh.
It's so funny.
It was great.
You like the first time you do it wrong, and just your face where you're like, and then the second time,
I was thinking about my coat.
when your second time you just fall backwards, like little crack out.
Do you know what? The only reason I was comfortable enough to do that is because there was people all around us that knew the channel.
Yeah.
If that was at like any other environment, I wouldn't have had the confidence to do that. But thanks for giving me that experience.
Blossoms gig, maybe perhaps.
It was great.
But other than Bullet, I think Bullet were the highlight.
Bullet were my
for sure.
Yeah, Bullet were the head. They were the cream of the crop. I don't know if I enjoyed Twin Atlantic more, just because I do
really enjoy Twin Atlantic,
you like
and
Twin Atlantic better,
they were the last band that we saw pre-pandemic.
Yeah, but the thing with Bullet as well is they didn't sound that good. I don't know if anyone else picked up on that, but I thought like the Sonics,
where we
the
were
Knuckles. It just didn't sound. All I could hear was bass, and I couldn't really hear Matt's vocal at all.
Yeah, well, that was
so I had to scream it myself.
Yeah.
The kick was just overriding everything.
Yeah, I think the drums were very, very loud, but I think that just being there and seeing them carried me through it.
Yeah, it was great. We had
I
a massive
went from that first bit of like seeing a stage when we got there and feeling the kick in your chest to then the last band that we saw, nothing but kick.
Yeah, that was just too much.
Oh, there was so much fucking bass going on, man. Jesus.
Who else? Twin Atlantic. They were very good. I mean, but they always are, aren't they?
Yeah, Neck Deep were good, but underwhelming. As someone who's discovered them mainly over the lockdown and likes a lot of certain songs, they didn't play most of those certain songs.
I was super drunk during Neck Deep, and I don't like them anyway. But I did not remember anything from them. Like
I don't really remember too much either.
Well, I don't.
Yeah,
actually.
I was gonna say whether that was just because they were underwhelming or whether it was because I was that drunk. Like I don't remember anything. I was like looking out for Torn and just didn't play it. It's like, oh, well, that's me done then.
A lot of those midday bands. Well, I say midday, they were on at 8, but like the sets just didn't seem long enough for a lot of those bands. Like them or not, like Twin Atlantic. Was that like 30 minutes?
Did people start like it started later, didn't it? The bands.
I think generally, a little.
The first day started at 5:30.
Yeah.
Or 5.
So I think maybe the sets were just shorter.
Just a shame that.
Yeah.
But I look forward to inevitably seeing them at their own gig. And
I saw like a brief bit of that Elvana guy. You know, the Elvis Nirvana.
Yeah.
And he did Hound Dog, and it was like...
Of course he did.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good. His energy were there. He didn't look anything like Elvis.
Did he not?
No, he was like a fat guy. I said Elvis were a fat guy. He had the jumpsuit on, but then he had like... he looked like Tony Iommi. He had like long black hair and then like coloured...
Could have been him, mate.
Tinted glasses on.
He's the type to worm his way back in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what was excellent. What was really good.
Run to the
Hills, covered by Bullet and Benji from Skindred.
Yeah, that was very good.
Because we'd just seen Skindred earlier that day, and they really surprised me. I was a big hater on Skindred because I thought complete novelty. But I'm not exactly a Skindred fan now, but I've got a lot more respect for them, and I'm much more open to. I'll see them again. I know that for a fact. They were very entertaining, very good.
Skindred, I didn't watch them, but Skindred to me just seemed like Korn. But
that's what I thought as well. But
Jamaican,
he was so charismatic. They're Welsh.
Even him,
even Benji.
Oh, I thought they were like.
It's mental hearing like the accent change.
I thought they were like. I mean. Maybe I'm a racist.
maybe. Your words, not mine.
But yeah,
they were ace, and Run to the Hills was so sick.
I like that he didn't know the words. And like he had the lyrics on a sheet, and it's like
he did, didn't he?
And it's you kind of think like I know it might not be your type of band.
I think I know all the words.
But surely you know most of. At least surely you know the chorus. And he just didn't, and it was good anyway. And then Silent Disco played it afterwards.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the Silent Disco?
Yeah.
Never. I mean, like,
I'm just going to bang this light on because we look a bit dark.
Okay.
Keep going.
Linkin Park are my favourite band.
Yeah.
And they have been for 20 years, maybe.
I thought it was Weezer, your favourite band.
Linkin Park fell off, but in my heart of hearts,
they're your like OG.
Yeah, in my heart of hearts, they're always going to be the band that are the most important to me.
Never hear
right?
you listening to them though.
Well, I'll tell you why. I might never listen to In the End again.
It's so true.
Did none of the DJs coordinate and just say like, look, this is my set? Like, remember when we played Piccadilly and we were going to play...
And we're not DJs.
Raz is somewhat of a DJ, but none of the rest of us are DJs at all. We were going to play Cake by the Ocean.
Cake by the Ocean.
Yeah.
And the person before us played it and we heard it and we went, right, we can't play that then. But
out of respect for the audience.
Yeah, but there were just no consideration for, they might have heard this 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I could not believe that first night.
It's a sin.
That first night in particular was shite. It was absolute shit, uninspired. Was it the Black Parade emo anthems thing?
Of course it
I
was.
know that like you're boxing yourself in there by saying that's what you do, but
you sort of box yourself into 2000s emo anthems.
But you know that the people going there would also probably love to hear Hard Times
Doja
instead
Cat.
of Misery Business.
Yeah.
Or the Hell Song instead of Fat Lip.
Yeah.
Or fucking I don't know, Man Overboard instead of All the Small Things.
Yeah.
It's like they went on Spotify beforehand and just put in emo playlists, and that's what came up.
It was atrocious. To say that my expectations were sky high. I love silent discos and I love dancing and being at a festival and generally I love that kind of music.
Yeah.
But how uninspired. Every artist's top song. I'm not asking for some deep cuts, guys.
That is uninspired.
I mean, we've been to what? We've been to Cockpit, Key Club,
Satan's Hollow,
Leeds Beckett since we started drinking legally, and you never get tired of it because even though they do play the same songs every week, they at least put something different in.
Man.
Yeah.
There's sometimes a song where you go, what? Like I think. We were out once and they played like Nightmare, Avenged Sevenfold. And you'd never hear that. And
which is great. They play, and on the Saturday,
and even though that's a famous Avenged Sunday,
song, it's not your. I mean, as big Avenged fans, there's probably not one that we'd roll our eyes at, but yeah, the point still stands. And I guess the annoying thing is we're definitely in the minority with this opinion because everyone seemed to love it. But I think everyone...
I'd like to go on the record and say that I thought Friday was the best day for the music. And maybe it was because I was literally cunted.
I mean, I didn't even go.
Yeah, but I was as well.
I was that pissed on Friday. I didn't even go. But I were in the tent and you could hear everyone singing.
Yeah.
So all I could hear were Black Parade's on now, yeah. Oh, is that
Black Parade's an incredible
Is that Misery Business? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I know that...
I don't care for Misery Business.
I know that we're not, strictly speaking, DJs, but we've done a bang-up job the 2 times we've done it, if I do say so myself.
Wow, yeah.
And the planning for that starts like a month prior, if not longer. What songs are we going to do? Which ones are going to blah, blah, blah. And it wouldn't surprise me if whoever was running that emo thing literally didn't prep at all and just opened their laptop up for the first time in 18 months and just resume right where they were.
Yeah.
You make it sound like there's a lot of prep that went in. The first one, there was a lot of prep. The second one was very much, yep.
I think we're in tune with people that go out because we go out.
But even the small amount of prep we did for the second one was, let's refresh this playlist.
Yeah. It was.
There was none of them DJs that played the emo anthems, whatever it was, just refreshed it even slightly.
And when you don't have a second channel, which is one of the best things of a sound disco, when you don't have a second channel, it was just shit.
You don't have a second channel, and then when you take your headphones off, everyone's singing anyway.
Yeah,
so you can't avoid it, and it's kind of like, I don't want to listen to this song.
I feel like no one even thought about the past year. So, like, it's been a shit year for music, but there has been some releases.
Yeah.
So, like, bang a recent song on there, bang a song on there that I haven't heard at a nightclub yet.
I'll tell you what you'll rarely hear me say, mate.
What?
Put fucking Machine Gun Kelly on there or something.
Oh my God,
I mean?
yeah. Where the fuck was that?
Do you know what
That is a brilliant shout.
What I cannot believe not one of them DJs thought about playing was WAP.
WAP. Yeah.
The biggest song of the past year, year and a half. Not one of them.
It's not the right crowd, but everyone knows
Everyone
it.
would have gone mental for it. Not one of them thought, let's bang this on.
There's so many songs like that. Have they not been on the TikTok app recently?
Fuck me, guys. Jesus.
Although, to be fair, if I would have heard that fucking Oh No song, I would have left.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have left, man.
I feel like a lot of DJs, like they spend too much time just
living
like,
in a fucking bubble.
Yeah. But kind of like playing DJing nights, but not actually going out.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Go out, take a little notes app, do your research. Hey,
yeah.
Ooh, that's a transition. I'll copy that. That's a good song. I'll play that. Look at how everyone's going mad for it.
And I mean, the amount of DJs that played on Twitch over lockdown, they couldn't have watched one of them and just been like, well, that's quite good.
This is why Zoe was good, because she was doing mixes.
Yeah,
she was integrating dance and like what's it called? EDM. I don't fucking know.
Zoe's one was the only one that was different.
And the Saturday and the Sunday were a lot better generally. Like the Saturday and Sunday were good. There was good sets on the Sunday. There was good sets on the Saturday. There was Biffy on the Sunday. There was like, I'm not just saying it was good because it was Biffy, but it was a bit different. It was not your typical Biffy. It was Living Is a Problem.
It still came back to System of a Down.
It did, man. I don't want to hear Chop Suey, and I love System. I really do. I really like System of a Down.
Yeah, I had Prison Song once.
It just still came back.
Yeah, Prison Song. Safe shout. A good shout. It's a bit interesting.
Yeah, it just still came back to those songs like Word Up Corn. It's like, oh, great.
Movies, Alien Ant Farm.
Fuck off.
I'll tell you what, as soon as I hear that snare drop,
right, we're off.
As soon as you hear, it's surely one of the worst songs ever written.
What was that?
Jump Around.
Oh,
one of the worst songs. Why don't people play Apache instead?
We said,
which is a similar song.
We said before, when we were talking about going, we were like, I'm glad we're not DJing it. Because number one, it's far too small. And number two, like, we just want to chill. But we didn't. I mean, biased.
I'm glad.
Biased, but we just smashed it out the fucking park.
I couldn't be asked going to the van again.
Country mile.
Again for Dex.
But anyway.
The van was so close to that silent disco.
It was. I could hear it while I was fiddling around with the lightning cables.
Let me radiate how much I couldn't be asked by you knowing the proximity.
Something. So, like, we did. I think maybe on the Friday I did stay in all night, to be fair, and then left on the Saturday and the Sunday to go on the rides, because we were all meant to. Something I made really overly clear in the fucking video is, we said we were going to go on rides. You didn't go on them. You didn't go on them. You didn't go on them. So then that was on the Saturday night, because we'd all committed. Saturday's the big night. All going to go on the rides. Everyone fucked off. Like, everyone did their own thing. Everyone was hammered to different levels. Gleesby's leaning out the wall. I was like,
so I mean, one of the biggest things I noticed was not having. I mean, I must not have stood up. I must not have stood up consecutively for more than 15 minutes in the past year and a half.
Jesus.
So, because why would you, like,
lazy cunt spends his working day sat on his ass.
But why,
went up the mountain though.
Yeah, well, the mountain were the first thing I'd done. Like, aside from gym, like the mountain were the first thing I'd done active for like a year and a half. So just being stood up for that amount of time, it was just like, Jesus, this is tiring. This, like, because just no preparation at all. So that one of the biggest things I noticed, for sure. But yeah, back to rides.
Yeah, so...
Oh, congratulations, you, me and Jake, only man to go on all the rides.
All of the rides. So a few funny stories about the rides. I'd absolutely berated everyone for not going on. And then by the time we were ready to go on Sunday night, I was so not up for it, but I had to.
So funny.
Get on the Dodgems. There's like maybe 5 Dodgems are in our crew. At least 3 of the other Dodgems knew the channel.
Yeah.
oh, let's bash him. Let's bash Rob. And I was getting absolutely flung about. I'm
the main one.
I was getting
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
My dodgem almost capsized.
The worst thing as well is that everyone else were like rolling 2-man in their dodgem, and you were just on your own. Which is that's pretty lightweight, isn't it?
The dodgem literally flipped on like a 45-degree angle. Yeah. The guy comes over shouting at me. What am I meant to do?
Hold on to ground.
It's like being in a classroom full of kids and shouting at the kid that's getting bullied.
So I did that.
We gotta stop being such a...
Stop instigating them.
And this was after like moshing all week and stuff like so. Absolutely fucking battered. Then we had to go on that big thing.
Stealth bomber it's called.
Which was the best of the three.
Yeah.
Get on there. I'm just fucked. I'm dead in the seat. Get up to the top. Me and Raz do this thing where like we throw stuff. Mainly at
buses while in movement.
No, that's not
golf balls in the windows.
That's not what we do. When there's like a certain moment, like my COVID test during the bullet drop, or like your green license during. We've been to a few Catfish gigs, and every time they play the solo to fucking whatever it is, we like fling a pick. We've always got a pick on us in case one of the bands needs us to fill in.
Because we're rock stars.
Because rock and roll. And so get up to the top. Raz hands me a pick to flick off, and we like flick it off. And then Raz starts singing The Ride by Catfish at the bottom of it. For the whole duration, he's just screaming the words to that. He gets through the whole song. I'm like, fuck me. And he's hammered. He's like, he used to smother me and live it. Oh, fucking.
Because we're on a ride.
And then after that, I had to go on waltzes. I think it was me, Mary, and M. Glost.
Right. Yeah. Can I mention something? The price difference between the rides was bollocks. So you go on the dodgems, $5 per car, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So so the passenger doesn't have to pay. Right. Fair play, great pricing strategy. You go on the other ride, it's $5 per person, but it's only a 4-person ride, and you really get a good thrill out of it. So yeah fair play. You go
Incorrect, it was a tenner per person.
Was it?
On the big one. It was mad.
Jeez.
And Jake bought the round.
Maybe
that'll be why I stayed.
My main point though is on the fucking waltzers. So a waltzer seats like 4 people, done it really?
Yeah.
A $5 per head. Fuck me. That's mental. Anyway, make your point now.
We went on it. It was horrible. I thought I was going to pass out when I get off that waltzer.
I was like, obviously I was sat with them and like I was just spinning it.
Yeah.
Because like if you lean, like you can spin it. And I turned around and just said, look at Rob, and he was just sat there and he was just.
I was just trying to not die.
Dead me. And then when we got off, he like sat on the ground for about 10 seconds, stood up, walked off.
And that's when I went, put my tent down, went to the van.
I'll tell you what.
Didn't say a word, just stood up.
I'm going to bring up my car insurance because I'm going to put in a fucking claim for whiplash against him. God, it fucking hurts my neck.
That waltz one.
Should we talk about meeting some of our viewers after many moons of not?
Yeah.
Any memorable?
Met this absolute bastard called Jamie Graham.
What a prick.
Big-headed
Triad.
fucking goblin cunt.
In the video, I made a point to reference like some girl who, I don't know who the girl was. I don't know if it was this girl in question, but some girl that said like, "Oh, thanks, I really appreciate it."
Oh, yeah.
And I was just kind of playing up for the camera a bit. That did happen, but like, you know, there was no issue. It was all good. Anyway, someone messaged me thinking they were that girl. I don't know if you were or not. They were like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, blah blah." And obviously, I was like, "Don't worry about it. It's all love." But it reminded me.
No issue. Just don't ever speak to me.
It reminded me of someone else, and I don't know if we know this person or not because I was so kind of bewildered for the whole event. But this was in the middle of the day. And it's when I had my England shirt on, and it said TPD TV on it. And I can't remember if it was someone that was with like Jamie Graham,
right?
Or maybe not.
Okay.
Someone came up and went like, "What's that?" And I was like, "England, innit?" And then they went like completely sincerely. At least I thought. So I didn't clock on if I knew this person or not. They just went, "No, I mean that shit on there," and pointed at the TPD TV. And then like walked off.
What, didn't even wait for an answer?
No. So like, if I do actually know you, and that was just a misfire on my fair play.
Game. Yeah.
But if I don't, and you were just being rude, then fuck you.
Well, absolutely.
That's so weird.
Do you know how long it took me to iron that on, and now it's come off in washer already?
It's so weird to walk up to someone you don't know and be like, "What's that shit?"
But it could have been like one of Jamie's mates that I've met before.
Yeah,
or something.
maybe.
I don't know. I was a bit out of it, to be honest. But
maybe who were Jamie's mates?
I bet you've thought about that all week.
I haven't. I only remembered it today when I was making some notes for Poddy. So guess again, idiot.
I mean, meeting everyone is always a treasure, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Like
I love it.
When we're walking down with all heavy shit, this guy like sidled up. He's like, "Oh, I love the channel, obviously." And he would just chatting, and they were like, I think he must.
Did he offer to carry one of your bags?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, what a top bloke.
And I think the thing about Downlaod is like, it's not like Leeds Fest where it's mostly like 18 to 25, I'd say. Downlaod is generally a bit older. And I think he must have been like 35, something like that. And it's just, you never think, because those fans are not the most vocal, or those viewers are not the most vocal.
Because they don't know how to use internet properly.
So it's only when you get to Downlaod that you meet people like that, and it's kind of like, I'm glad we've got such a broad. I'm glad we reach such far-flung places in terms of like age and people and stuff.
It is great. I got a message the TPD account got a message today saying, "Hiya, just wanted to let you know I met Raz and Varley, and I gave him a hug, and I've just tested positive for COVID-19.
Well, I mean,
always good to meet people, man. I love it.
Should have told me before I agreed to come here.
It's all right. I tested negative too.
Yeah.
And he's double vaccinated as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I put out a tweet actually in relation to this, just saying like, how are people feeling? Yeah. Is everyone feeling good? Has anyone been told to self-isolate?
I think I've thought about it more since I got that message this morning. Like, I'm like, ooh, my throat's a bit tickly now. Even though that's not like oh my arm's killing. Literally not a symptom.
Yeah. Like, and I think there's a lot of people that are feeling generally ill.
Yeah.
But it'll be like me. Like,
it's just festival hangover, isn't it?
Yeah. And
being a wuss.
A lot of people need to isolate as well. But again, that's the app. I wouldn't take that. I don't
think that app is the best app, is it?
The fact that like the app isn't required, which it isn't for entry into Downlaod, I think speaks to the importance of the app.
There were when I was going into guest, there were one person one time told me to check in.
Yeah, I got that as well.
But I could have just held my. She didn't check that I checked in.
But you can also just do the. You can just do the
phone up.
Just do the paper thing as well. Like that's. But the app's not required.
I could have just held my phone up to the thing and been like, "Yep, checked in."
But I use the app. I checked in a good few times. Not every time. I'd be lying if I said that, but a good few times.
I just didn't even know that I had to fucking check in because I thought I'm at Downlaod. Like, what's the deal?
I guess the idea is
you check it
once
Downlaod
you've checked into the event, it's not critical.
Yeah.
But a lot of people with the isolation message, a lot of people feeling a bit ropey, and a couple of people positive as well, but as in tested positive for COVID-19.
I think
most people are fine.
If you have it though, I think you can test positive for like 6 months afterwards.
Really?
Something like that, yeah.
What's your...
No, I'm not
coming at me with that propaganda, sir.
I'm not being like a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I'm sure it's something like that, yeah.
I reckon if you just get a test.
Yeah.
Shut up and get a test and have done with it.
What everyone should have done is once they'd got back, tested.
Well, that's literally what they should have done.
Yeah.
So you get back, you test negative, and it's like, right.
Yeah, and then carry on with your life.
And then do a PCR test a bit later.
Yeah.
Is this going out tonight?
No, this is going out.
That was
at the weekend, so it's all too late.
That was today, wasn't it? The PCR test.
Yeah. No, it's Friday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I did mine today.
Just to be sure.
Yeah, early bird and all that. I think what do you like better? Do you like meeting the viewers that we've met before? Like people, I know they're kind of friends now, but like people like Jamie and people like that, or do you like meeting new viewers that you've never met before?
Jamie's an awkward one because Jamie's like literally a mate.
Okay, yeah, maybe Jamie, not the one I should.
I like meeting viewers that buy me a pint. Because I'm on my ass.
Do you know, I honestly don't know, because like I like it when I see a familiar face and I recognise that. So there's a lad whose name escapes me at the minute, but I remember meeting him. He was the first lad I saw with a red box logo on in Downlaod 2017. And I saw him again, and it was nice to be like, hello again. And he probably appreciate that, and I appreciate it a lot as well. I don't think there's a favourite. It's nice to meet new and old, really.
Yeah, for sure. It's even though it's been going on for a while now, it's still so weird when people know who you are.
It's weird. It's weird.
Come up to you, and like, oh, can I have a selfie? And it's like,
it's weirdest for us in it, because we also have a completely normal.
Yeah,
like,
well,
our life is so unique in that sense.
Our life outside of this is just
so mundane.
The thing is, like, the people coming up to you asking for a selfie, we're not any different to them in any way in regular context.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we've just got the same jobs
but keep doing it, because it validates me as a person.
Yeah,
the ego
makes you feel
the ego requires
cool,
it.
Gets me through the rest of the year. When I'm in a meeting, I'm like, do you know the fuck you're having a meeting with?
Do you fucking know who I am, mate? Excuse me.
No, yeah, you're right.
No, it's like, and like a couple of years ago, I think maybe 2-3 years ago, when we went to Downlaod, we weren't really getting that much recognition. There were like a couple of people that would come up and say, "Hi, we love the channel," blah blah blah. But it's got a lot bigger on it this year, obviously.
Well, if you look at the numbers, we're almost as known for Downlaod as Leeds at this point. We're not quite there, but it's almost 50-50, which is cool.
It's just so...
The Downlaod crowd is just great.
Yeah, it's just so nice.
And also, my favourite song by Duncan from Blue.
Is what? 50-50?
Yeah. Or is that
it's
Lamar?
Not by Duncan,
or is that
idiot.
Lamar?
That's Lamar.
I said that the other day.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't think Duncan had much of a solo career.
It's just so nice seeing people that like you for what you're doing. And like...
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like, in his like normal jobs, we obviously all deal with just so much stupid shit and like people who just don't appreciate what you're doing. So when you come to these places and people are like, we love the stuff you do, it's just so nice to be appreciated.
Great, it's awesome. We love you. Thanks very much.
Yeah, cheers.
Guest area were good.
Yeah,
it was all right.
I enjoyed it.
For us, it were about as good as the community guest area, wasn't it?
I really enjoyed it. There was a lot to look at. There was a lot of
in fact,
famous people in there, or people in bands. It was lovely to have a pint. The seating was good. It was nice in there.
Yeah, I mean,
I really liked it.
Guest areas like that are nice because it's much smaller, isn't it? And it's
it was nice not to be sat on a camping chair in a circle, sat freezing your bollocks off.
And like me and Ben were in there for a bit, and we met this couple who like asked if they could sit on our table, and they were like 50 years old, and they were called what were they called? Fucking hell. She was called Stuart and Faith, they were called. Right. And we were talking about like metal and fucking IT and it was just great.
All of the things.
And we're in there like, you know, buying drinks at the bar, supporting the cause and that. It was great. I really enjoyed being there. Saw Melvin in there. Saw Melvin twice.
A couple of times,
Went up to him first time, had a really good chat. Second time, I was a bit pissed. I think he was a bit busy.
He was pissed at you,
swatting you away.
But it was great to see him. I spoke to him yesterday, day before, and his favorite act was Frank Turner.
Oh,
he's right, you know.
And do you know what? He was fucking Frank Turner was ace, man.
Every time Melvin Ben tells us about an artist or band that he likes, it's out of the left field, isn't it? It's one that you.
I understand.
Rage, Travis Scott.
It's one that you never think you would be interested in.
And Frank Turner.
I mean, you get it because they are, decent. But
Frank Turner, once again, relevant, is literally in the news.
Fucking hell! But Frank Turner was great.
I'll tell you what. The bars were probably the most superfluous point of the whole festival.
Just so dead, weren't they?
I don't think I used any bar other than the one in the guest area. I got a bottle of water once.
Do you know what the main issue was? The pricing.
Of
the entire festival.
They shouldn't have tried to aim to make a profit.
I mean, they're a business.
Yeah, but
are you dumb?
But
But if that event didn't go well, then they're out of business, mate.
But the bar staff have got to get paid.
Yeah, so just aim to break even.
Yeah.
So maybe don't charge £6
This is
a
why
pint.
you never run a business, mate.
You've never run a business?
No, I'm saying you never would, because what kind of strategy is that? Aim to break even?
No, but the point is
The point of the whole festival wasn't to make money.
Yeah,
it was a pilot to show that this can happen. It wasn't to make money at all.
So what do you think of the food vendors?
They should
It
should have been
just
a lower price.
way too expensive. It should have been totally.
So those food vendors who have naught to do with the place and have paid an extortionate rent to be there, they should be breaking even because it's a government pilot.
Yeah,
No, you're totally way off. And I was proud to buy many a pint in there because you know what? I did take more than 24 cans in. I'll be honest. I'll tell you now. I did. But I also spent hundreds of pounds and I'm glad I did.
Those vendors should have been charged less for the...
They probably were. It's probably relevant to... It's probably in relation... proportionate to the amount of people.
But again, it's like they're so just because they're at that pilot event, does that make them like... So they shouldn't have less of a hard time as everyone else because they've had that one opportunity by signing up for that pilot event. Long story short, they should have broke even. If the drinks at the bar would have been, if the drinks at the bar would have been £4 rather than £6-7, I would have bought them. Yeah, absolutely.
If the food were again £4 instead of £6, £7, £8, £9, £10, I would have got it for meals instead of just once.
What did you have?
I had noodles.
Nice them, weren't they?
Yeah, they were nice. But and the issue is at places like 2000 Trees, the food is apparently, I've never been, but the food is apparently delicious.
It is sublime.
It is brilliant.
Mm.
The food at the Downlaod test event was still the same shit.
Yeah, it was. Easy Cheesy was there 4 times.
So then to still charge that same amount of money, even though there's much less people, it felt a bit like
the only thing that was
a bit.
Worth the price was the noodles.
Yeah, a big box
because they were genuinely nice.
You
got great service. Can I have a bit of spice in it? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You went to the effort of cooking it there in front of you. It wasn't
cheers for cooking it, man.
It wasn't like a restaurant, but it wasn't like a burger that's been sat there underneath the fucking heated lamp. Here's your dry burger. Go use the mayo that's mixed with a bit of ketchup that you definitely don't want. Here's the salt that's maybe sugar.
I think that was the issue. I think
fuck off.
In normal festivals, 100,000 plus capacity festivals, when there's so many food vendors to choose from, I get why they charge the prices and I get why they don't put as much effort into the food because they've got to compete with every other food vendor for your custom. But there must have been 10 food vendors there, maybe a bit more. But they couldn't have all put effort in and lowered the prices just a bit.
But also another thing as well, because I respectfully disagree with the both of you on this, which is fine because if we were all the same, it'd be boring.
Yeah.
But if they charged £4 for a pint, like you say, everyone's going to be fucking annoyed then when they go to Leeds Fest and it's $6.50 again for the same thing.
But you know that it's you know that it's a special event.
That's like saying they're going to be annoyed next year when they have to pay 200 odd quid for the Download Festival ticket rather than 120 for this.
No, because you get bigger ticket acts, don't you?
Well,
you get more. You literally get more for your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and that's why the licensing price goes up.
But you get the same,
and then that's why the inflation of the bev goes up.
You honestly think that the best route for them bars was to go into it with let's break even?
Well, it's done now, and I bought the pint, so yeah, I was.
I just obviously we've said for ages, I can't wait to go and get a pint at a festival.
Yeah, absolutely.
You earn enough money. Go and support the fucking bar. You silly prick.
I did.
One time.
many times.
Many times.
We spotted it by being there and making the video.
Yeah. Should have broke even. Ridiculous. You were there for free. Silly bastard.
Yeah, I didn't break even. Me. I had to buy
I didn't either. Monzo overdraft's only just been paid off because I got paid today.
I'm on my ass.
Massive chunk of my wage.
Yeah, but we were working.
Well, where was your mask all weekend?
I didn't need one.
You do if you're working.
I've been jabbed.
That makes sense.
Been vaccinated.
Yeah, man. Oh, what else is to talk about? What else?
What else have we got?
I'm coming to the end of my notes. Guest area were good. Spoke about that.
I think
the tracking system was good with the thing you have to do every day.
Yeah, the health It was.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was just for us though.
Aside from not being able to get on the internet, it was very easy.
Yeah. You know what this is another one of the best parts about being at that festival. For the first time in fucking ages, I wasn't just sat at home or wherever.
Yeah.
I wasn't constantly checking my phone, like BBC News, Twitter, Facebook, etc. I literally didn't care what the fuck was going on my phone, other than the video, the camera app, and the Huji app. That was all I really cared about.
Huji app's great.
Do you know?
It's brilliant.
Do you know? A credit to Melvin and Andy Coppin and whoever else puts it on. I felt very safe. I've not.
I've say that now. Everyone's isolated.
No, but all through the pandemic, everything. I've never been bothered about COVID. I don't get ill. I know I don't want to be one of them people that are like, I'm not going to get ill. I'm not going to get ill. But I really have never been ill. I've like occasionally.
I also haven't been concerned for myself.
I have occasional ear infections, but that's really it. And it's like, it's just at a point where it's like, why this don't bother me? Why is this? But everywhere, the media, everything, it's just been fear. The past 18 months has just been fear from everyone, hasn't it? Fear that you're going to step outside.
When you said you felt safe, like I thought you meant like my shit isn't going to get robbed.
No, well, that as well.
Because that was a big thing for me.
That as well, but
I was like, you could leave something in your tent of value and it's fine.
Yeah, but that tends to be Downlaod.
No one's
anyway.
a prick here.
That tends to be Downlaod in general, not just the pilot event. But I felt very protected from this massive thing that's been clouding the past 2 years. I
agree.
Yeah, I think that's a credit to them for putting it on and making sure everything was set up properly with probably not a lot of time to actually set it up as well.
We should have covered it more in the video. Like we did it in the Sefton Park video really well, but we didn't really do it in the Downlaod video because it's a bit more fast paced. I would have liked to have shown that a bit more and got some testimonials from people. Yeah, we feel safe.
Yeah,
like we did in Sefton Park. We'll do that for the next one.
Yeah, and it felt nice to just be around people and not having to wear a mask and.
Yeah, that was a very
and
big
share your drinks non-stop with literally everyone that you meet.
Like just kiss as many birds as you want.
That was
not that I did.
Preach.
Not that I did.
That was the biggest juxtaposition, going from like literally in a crowd of people. Do whatever the fuck you want inside these walls. But as soon as you're outside, as soon as you leave these walls, table for six, rule of six, don't get up, don't even fucking look in any other direction other than the people that you're with.
I mean,
I felt like saying, you know where I've just been, mate? Look at my wristband.
Yeah.
We went to Greg's the morning we got back and we had to wait in the queue.
Yeah.
Only
mask straight back
mask on. Only 2 people allowed in shop at a time. And it's like, I've just been stood next to 50 people.
I've just shared a bottle of Disaronno with 5 of my mates.
Yeah, you just licked Jake's tongue.
I did as well.
So it's like, what?
Do you know that is the gayest thing I've ever done in my life?
No.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It literally is.
No, you've
no way.
It literally is.
I've seen something.
In terms of making me doing something that's like way out, like that kind of makes me shiver a bit that I did that.
Oh, why is that?
Yeah.
Just because I'm not into licking other lads' tongues.
Very excited.
Licking Razzy's cock was easier. Licking Razzy's cock made me feel.
Was that the thing?
Doesn't make me feel as uncomfortable as licking Jake's tongue. Because the tongue's so intimate. The cock's just skin.
Maybe, but
that's literally the intimate area. It's commonly known as.
But it's the same as your arm.
Yeah, but it's called the private parts.
Yeah, but it's not. There's no
people.
private. There's no secrets between friends, is there?
I suppose.
Cleesby next week. He touched me in my intimate area. I didn't kiss him.
What, me tongue?
Kissing is. I told you about when the unnamed girl from high school broke my heart by sleeping with that lad.
Yeah.
And I convinced myself
they didn't kiss.
Because kissing is very intimate.
It's just an act of
Think how
service,
intimate
isn't
it is being right up there with your mate.
Yeah.
It's not intimate.
Set me out with that, Jesus.
Yeah, I suppose because
the cock's all the way down there.
Because shagging, not that unless you're like close to it. It's
purely mechanical.
The way I do it's not intimate.
I mean, I'd never do it intimately, mate. You're mad.
Mad.
If I beat it, I ain't wearing a Johnny. The Downlaod pilot was great.
And I felt safe in that way as well. Felt safe that I knew I wasn't going to catch
You were
any.
wearing a Johnny all the time.
I knew I wasn't going to catch.
When we came back, I saw Dan. And Dan was like, how was it? And me and Jake both kind of had the same answer, which was, yeah, it was good. Which is true. It was good.
It was very good.
But it was so up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
For me, at least. That it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I didn't think that in the moment, but reflecting on it now,
Yeah.
Nothing could have met my expectation.
I think even if it were what Biffy 1975 Metallica playing for you, it still wouldn't have been as good.
It was.
What? Are you mad?
No, mad. It was no, because it's not. No, but it wouldn't because for me
the expectation.
But I'm glad it was excellent. But also, I was looking at it with a bit too much of a work lens as well. Yeah. There was times when we were like, we need to get this shot. Come on, we need to do this. Let's go set this up. I felt like we were there to make a video. And I'm really pleased that with the next one that we've already got lined up, we're there to make a video, but we've never been to this event before.
It'll hopefully be more natural.
And it's going to be completely chill for us. There's not a lot of us going. And yeah, Downloaded Pilot was very good, but it wasn't the best thing I've ever been to. And in my head, it was going to be.
I'd give it a solid 7, 8 out of 10 for sure.
I'd give it a 7.
Yeah,
I'd give it a 7.
But better than every spoon.
But do you know what I'd give? Like in many ways, Sefton Park for me. I know you didn't go, Cleese, but Sefton Park was like a more momentous thing.
Yeah,
because it came out of nowhere. We found out the day before. There was no pressure on us. There was no one put any pressure on us. I just put pressure on myself. But I felt that pressure throughout the weekend.
Yeah,
but it was very good.
Sefton Park was the first time we actually saw like a crowd of people.
Yeah,
so maybe what?
Just like just that first scene of a crowd. It's like, what's
going on here? Oh, anything else we want to cover from the Download pilot?
I think they need to start making the normal toilets slightly bigger.
What do you mean, like larger bowls?
No, because I'm broad, so I'm wide.
That's one word.
Yeah.
No, not fat ways, like sideways.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything.
So like, there were. I did obviously had the old guest wristband, so I didn't go into the normal toilets that much, but like maybe twice. And it's just so hard to maneuver yourself when you're in there. Like you've got the coat on, so you've got to take the coat
It's easy for
off.
me.
Oh yeah, but you're like
I'm fine.
If only there was some solution to this.
No, because it's not like the belly; it's the shoulders and the arms.
Put them weapons down.
So it's just hard. It's just hard to. And I'm not the tallest either.
No, you're quite short.
Yeah, quite a short ass. So that's not an issue. But I can't imagine people like Ben and people who are like big and broad as well.
Yeah. This sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, I mean it is, and it probably.
But
only,
I guess he's the one speaking.
It probably only affects a smaller amount of people. And I suppose if they did make the toilets bigger, it'd cost more. It'd take up more space.
Think how much they'd have to charge for a pint then, right?
I'll tell you what was good.
They'd have to start charging for toilet like
I'll
on
tell you what was good,
Tycoon. 10p a go.
I had a shower on the Saturday and the Sunday.
That looked good, that in the vlog.
It was very good. Yeah. Having your own little compartment, just like I expected.
Was that a guest thing?
No.
No way.
And that was the thing.
That was
like
mad.
I was expecting like it just to be like a.
Was there like big queues?
Not on the second day there was a bit of a queue, but on the first day it was just like straight in. Like I literally went up to the. That was to my surprise. I walked up to it just after having my shit because I wasn't gonna have a shit after having a shower. I'm not a fucking idiot.
Obviously.
And I wasn't going to.
Not a fucking idiot.
I thought about having a shit in the shower, but I thought, no, come on, it'd be respectful. So I just walked around to the showers, saw there was no queue, opened the door, and I was like, fuck off. Like your own little cubicle.
Like a little nicer than some hostels we've stayed in.
Yeah, it was lovely. And granted, you have to my only complaint is you have to keep pressing the button every now and then. But
like you do in services.
Yeah, it was literally like a services shower, which are quite not bad in my experience.
You sure do the job.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a game changer.
If there was anything like that at the normal festivals, I'd definitely be using one.
Yeah. It just, I was speaking to a lad in the queue the Sunday. It's like, it changes you from like a 60, 70%, like just right back up to 90.
You built
95%.
When you've had a shower, you just built so far back up, aren't you?
Yeah. Like you feel your skin rubbing against your clothes, and you just like, that feels so much nicer.
Like, I remember like the first festivals we went to, like as a group, and it's like anyone who leaves and goes for a shower, oh pussy.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
you do you, man.
Yeah. Now, like at least the first day we all leave and go for a shower.
If I can take 10 minutes out,
we have to keep up appearances at Leeds, though.
if I can take 10 minutes out, or like half an hour, or however long
You're
it takes.
so full of shit. What? 10 minutes, my ass.
I'm the quickest fucking shower, mate.
Yeah, but you got to walk there. You got to pack your bag. You got to traverse.
Yeah, but I enjoy it.
Got to put the belt back on.
I enjoy a walk.
Then put the other belt.
But if it just gives me that reset, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, I agree. We'll be showering at Leeds.
I hope so.
Well, we'll be like, we can shower at the services on the way to Reading.
Yeah, true. Please, can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
just come straight back to flat and shower.
No, services are on the way.
Services is much funnier. So what could festivals do? Take into account from this festival.
Hurry up.
Hurry up.
Hurry up and just do
I guess just
make it happen.
Keep testing new stuff. Like this one tested, I guess Sefton Park tested a crowd for a few hours.
Yeah.
This tested camping.
Oh, yeah, full weekend.
The next one is...
I guess the next one's 5 days.
It's a 5-day thing, and it's announced, isn't it?
What? No.
All right. Well, the next... What can they test next? Well, maybe some kind of entry system or something. Because let's be honest, like the lateral flow proof that you need to get in,
it's not foolproof, is it?
Yeah. So I've been doing lateral flows all week, but I was instructed today to do a PCR because a lateral flow is apparently not really that good.
Yeah.
So if the lateral flow was your entry for Downlaod, I think it's the best way they could have done it with 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Because there's no one has the time.
No.
But maybe there's another solution to that where they can do a PCR and you have some kind of passport, and that's a hot topic.
Yeah.
But you do a PCR 3 days before, and you get a thing, and that says, yeah, my PCR. I don't know. What else could they do?
Just get your vaccination is the best thing you can do.
I think 18s can now book vaccinations.
Literally.
So
18
really?
plus.
Yeah. So
18 plus.
Wow.
If you're an adult living in the
18
UK,
plus, get your vaccinations.
Mad.
I've had 2. I live to tell the tale. I even got the worst one apparently. I'm still fine.
Literally, after my vaccine, my arm hurt for a bit.
I felt like shit the first one, and I was reassured. I was like, it's okay, it's just working. Because the second one, absolutely fine.
What one did you have? Moderna?
AZ, mate.
Oh,
the cheap.
Oh no, I got Moderna, didn't I?
I had Moderna as well.
So we had Moderna, and there is.
I had the Oxford one.
For me and Rob, at least, there are literally no side effects.
Just the physical side
other
effects.
than your arm hurts a bit, which is like.
Oh, that's another. Mine's still a bit sore. I only had it like a week before.
Mine's completely gone.
Rob, fuck off. It's my vaccine arm.
I smacked your arm so many times.
Jesus.
Fuck off.
Horrible, man.
That's
horrible.
Funny. Yeah, I mean, like, people fucking moan about everything. And people will moan about like, I shouldn't have to get a vaccine. But you get them when you're kids.
Grow up, you fucking idiot, man.
You get all your vaccinations when you're a kid, and if you don't get those vaccinations, you will die.
It's also like going to you go to Thailand, you'd have to get vaccinations before you go there.
To go to Mexico, you have to get them to go.
Just like that.
If you get bit by a dog,
if you get bit by a dog, you need a tetanus one. If you get, you don't need a jab for if you get ringworm or like that, you need to take a pill.
Ask him.
Diseases and viruses and bacteria exist. And you've got to combat them through science. Otherwise, you will fucking die.
Ben Phillips went for a haircut. And his barber was an anti-vaxxer. At Blue Collar in Leeds.
Right.
He was moaning at him, saying he's not getting the vaccine. And I think that's fine. If you don't want to get the vaccine, that's fine. But please, government, roll out a vaccine passport and let that fucking idiot not do anything.
Let him rot on his own on this fucking island.
Oh, sorry, you can't come in here. You can't come in here.
Let him rot on this fucking island on his own.
What are people dumb?
I mean,
you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're also entitled to miss out on stuff if you're compromising it for everyone else.
The issue,
because it's not about you having the vaccine; it's about
it's about you
getting
passing that on. The issue with getting all your information from your own sources is they are your own sources. If you were trying to get information about,
it's not a source, though, is it? You know, it's a WhatsApp.
Yeah,
it's always a WhatsApp.
Yeah, for barbers probably it is, but like if you're researching like veganism for example, not that I've got anything against it, but if you were researching it, you wouldn't go on meateaters.com to find out information about it, would you? You'd go on vegan.com to find out information.
.ve.
And on that website, it's only going to be pro like that stuff. I know that
you need to look at both sides.
I know that there's not a lot of negatives to veganism, but like,
what about insufferable personality?
Well, yeah, that comes with it. But if
I'm joking. All right, shut up.
If you're researching a topic and you go, the only thing you look for is the information you want to hear, then that's all. You're going to be in this
just stay in your echo chamber.
Yeah, you're going to be in this weird little echo chamber bubble where all you hear is like, well, it gives you blood clots 100% of the time.
If everyone in the room,
anything like that.
If everyone in the room looks and sounds like you, then you need to leave the room.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the issue.
That's true. That's why we disagreed about the bar.
Even though we're three white men.
And the DJ sets. Also, here's a song they could have played in that Eurovision one that won it.
Oh, it's shit.
It's shit.
No.
But again, so relevant.
A smart move.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Italian royal blood. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I'd rather hear the sexy sax man.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
That's better.
That's our decompression post download. I'm fucking, my nose is getting more and more blocked, boys. So might have to fuck off. I might need to go and do some, have a hot bath to open up the pores or
deep
something.
Nasal cleansing.
Jesus. Good chat.
Yeah.
A lot of moaning, as always, but it was excellent. Like, it was very good.
The thing is like moaning is the best way to discuss something. If you sit and
how good's having a moan?
If you sit and discuss things by saying like, oh well, it was this good, this good, then no one ever changes, does it? Whereas if you moan, it's like, well, what can be better?
Sometimes Rob will just message me and just be like, Cleeseby's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It's always about you.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, he'll end it with, I don't know, man, I'm just having a moan.
Yeah, well, hot topic.
I don't say that specifically. It's never you. But I do.
Would you like me to control F on my?
No, I sent him a message this morning because Dan made a beef stew like a week and a half ago.
Oh.
And like he probably cleaned it to his standards.
Yeah. But that means there's a lot of beef.
And he had to do all the prep. And do you know what? Let me tell you. We're going to circle back on a previous theme here before we end.
Oh dear.
At Downlaod, I didn't take barely anything.
Yeah.
I compromised
Yeah.
to make life easier for myself. I don't cook fuck all.
No.
I spend a lot of money on food, just ordering, so I don't have to do any washing up or any cleaning.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's just how I live my life.
Well,
it's just how I've chosen to live my life.
You live in a major city. Food delivery.
Food is reasonably priced and delivered to your door downstairs.
So it's not that expensive.
So I compromise, spending
and they can do it better than you.
Most of my wage on food, so I don't have to toil over cleaning up.
Yeah.
But as soon as someone does cook and doesn't clean up,
it's then your problem, isn't it?
And he was there for like a week and a half, and I'm sure like he did his best job in that, Dan. I'm sure you did, but there was a lot of beef still to clean up this morning, man. And
he didn't clean up immediately though, did he? Like clean as you go, as all good chefs know.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing as soon as I help someone with a bag, I may as well have just
took
my own shit.
Yeah,
I may as well have spent all month cooking or making food at home. But anyway, it's all good. My nose is literally closing up. So
what was the thing you were going to circle back to?
The food, I think.
The thing about the compromise and you know.
Yeah.
All in all, a very good festival.
Very, very good.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, which is a 7 out of 10 is a high score, isn't it?
Yeah, very high.
Yeah.
You're kidding me, man.
Yeah,
excellent.
It's 2 above average.
2 above middle.
It's very good.
Depends on the average, doesn't it?
Thanks for having us, Festival Republic. Yeah. We loved being there. We look forward to the next one.
Thanks to Melvin. Thanks to Andy. Yeah. Thanks to all the bands that were there. Thanks to all the workers that were there.
Thanks to all the viewers that came and said hello, made our lives more interesting.
Who else?
Thanks to 30,000 of you for watching the vid. I'd really appreciate it if you could all just watch it again.
Or tell 10 friends about the channel and get them. You must have 10 friends.
Some of them don't, man. Have you seen some posts since?
Yeah, but I'm a hateful sociopath, and I've got 10 friends.
Brothers.
Tell 10 friends to subscribe.
10 friends is on top of the brothers.
We have to see Fast 9 on Sunday.
No, I've never seen a Fast film in my life.
Maybe, I don't know.
Right, we'll see you next time. Raz, can you press the red record button? Thanks very much, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.